Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we are back again with another rank 4 incoming. So when I did rank up my previous champion all the way up to rank 4, I did specify that I am quite close to the next rank up, and now finally we have arrived there. So currently I have 15 champions at the 6-star rank 4 level, them being Dr. Doom, Solar Surfer, Hercules, Omega Sentinel, Guardian, Thor Ragnarok, Sucks, Gore, Nimrod, Mephisto, Kitty Pryde, Human Torch, Mr. Negative, Archangel, Kingpin, and Rintra. Now, my next rank up, and as always with these videos by now, I'm going to explain exactly why that champion and my reasoning for it. So my next rank up could have been, again, one of quite few several options, but I do basically have two important things in mind when I do these rank ups. It's functionality in Alliance War, offensively or defensively, and it's functionality in Battlegrounds, offensively or defensively. Realistically, that's all you should be taking up Champions to rank 4, in my personal opinion, because, you know, nobody really needs a rank 4 to do a quest. Nobody really needs rank 4 for Act 8. It's nice to have them, but, you know, rank 3s, rank 2s just work just fine. You don't really need rank 4s for, I don't know, Abyss of Legends, which I have done anyways, or anything else pretty much in game. Rank 4s only matter when there are other players involved. That is Prestige, that is Alliance War, and that is Battlegrounds. That's literally all that matter. The power difference is like 14.6%, if I'm not mistaken. So it's really not a lot. And so again, judging by all of those criteria, really, well, at the moment I can't improve my prestige. Not that I am in a rush now, because Kabam has way overdid it with new prestige champions. And unless it's like Infamous Iron Man, you know, I probably wouldn't even really bother ranking up anybody for prestige, because, you know, they just change too often and I'm kind of burnt out chasing it. So, has to be Alliance War and Battlegrounds. And for Alliance War, currently, I kind of feel okay with my defense. I have 4 out of 5 of my champions at rank 4, and the defensive tactic next season is changing as well. So this rank up is going to be kind of looking forward to the next Alliance War season for defense, but this Alliance War season for offense, in a sense. Let me explain. Next season, we have a new defensive tactic called Unsteady Ground. Whenever an Unsteady Ground defender activates special attack, they inflict opponent with Unsteady debuff for 6 seconds. Whilst that's active, they glance all hits. Additionally, each debuff on the attacker gives all their attacks 30% chance to glance, and this is the champion pool. So I basically wanted to rank up one champion somewhere from here, ideally someone that my alliance doesn't have, my battle group doesn't have as a rank 4 already, to kind of prepare for the next season defense. And then on top of it, as a happy coincidence, the champion that I chose also is a Sick and Tired attacker. Sick and Tired is a defensive tactic that is in play this season, which is a defensive tactic that basically lets you put heal block on opponent, thus completely shutting down Conduit. So fairly straightforward. So for this season, the champion is probably going to be used offensively. For next season, defensively, which is exactly what I want. And also, this champion is one of my personal favorites, and a champion that I have been wanting to rank up for quite a while. So we're going to go down to Science class. I could have actually ranked Overseer or Immortal Abomination as well, because they could go in defense this season and next season, I believe. But finally, it's time. It's time for the smartest man in the world, unless it's taken from MCU, to get ranked up. So we have all the catalysts that we need in order, and here we go. I am still absolutely shocked how many people kind of overlook the value of Mr. Fantastic. I think he's amazing. Yes, he's not the fastest attacker as far as Battlegrounds are concerned. I will fully and immediately admit. You can bring in Mr. Fantastic in a ton of hard fights, but you might lose on time if opponent has a great option. But the beauty of Mr. Fantastic in Battlegrounds is that there is a wide and vast array of champions that he can take to begin with. He's not going to do it the fastest, but he's very safe, very stable, kind of like a guaranteed road to victory in most of these fights, especially against many power-gaining Mystic champions. And then on top of it, he can also be quite bothersome on defense in Battlegrounds because of he keeps evading, he reduces opponent's special attack damage, which all is very useful to stall out opponents. For instance, when you drop a special attack, he gets those debuffs on you that reduce your special attack damage by, what, 25%? If you connect that special attack, it's by 50%. If you use a champion that kind of has to spam the same special attack for damage, then basically they're going to do no damage. And then on top of all of it, there's still that random evade chance, and then his special attacks take a bit of time. And he's not a champion that's often going to knock opponents down, but he is a champion that will frequently make, well, the fights extremely long or will force them to time out. And now we have pressed that button, we can take a look at this little beauty. So, he's rank 4. Unfortunately, he's only Sig 100. Ideally, at some point, I will get him all the way up to Sig 200, because that is going to give him increased combat power rate, and that will be somewhat helpful to finish out fights quicker. Not by much, but it could probably save me like 5-10 second fight time. But the cool things about this is, again, as mentioned before, he does have increased physical and energy resistance, which is quite neat. Then there is that 5% evade chance for each non-damaging debuff. And this synergizes extremely well with some of the defensive metas, which would include like placing some debuffs on the defenders, for instance. And then obviously we have the pre-fights, which we can select, which is awesome. But opponent special attacks. When the opponent activates special attack, place an indefinite careful study debuff on them. Careful study debuff lowers attack rating on each hit of the special attack by 25%. And if you get hit, you basically lower it by 50%. And when you get to 3 copies of that, that is if they use 2 special attacks, you know, in the same go, then it gets turned into a passive, basically. So, that is the story here. As I mentioned, at the moment, we can see that if we search out by tags, where are the tags? Sort, no, filter is what you need. Come on. We search out by tags, then we have sick and tired, which is current. No, wait. Is he not sick and tired? Ooh, I thought he is sick and tired. My bad on this one. So I did mislead you guys slightly. I genuinely thought he is sick and tired. But he definitely will be unsteady ground defender, as we can see here. So in next season, whenever opponent is going to throw a special attack, unless they have an ability to purify those debuffs, they will immediately have like up to 60% chance to glance, which is obviously going to be quite a massive deal and will make a ton of their abilities fail. So he's definitely 100% going to be quite a tedious defender for the upcoming season. So with that also, like, I'm kind of, for time being anyways, done, I think, ranking with defense particularly in mind. 1 second, do I have the science highlighted? I think something went bust here. Come on, let's go back in here. So now that we take a look at the 6-star rank 4s, we are at 16, which is, in my opinion, quite a decent number. Some of them are a bit out there choices, but this does mean that my next and upcoming rank ups are going to be some of the champions that people have been wondering why I haven't ranked up already. I really want to rank up Tigra, Nick Fury, and Warlock, probably as some of my next 3. It's quite possible that those will be my next 3 rank ups in some sort of order. And I also want to take up Omega Red at some point, and Killmonger, and King Groot, and Korg, and Bishop, and just kind of focus on Battlegrounds rank ups primarily now then. There's actually something very cool about Super Skull. I might consider taking that guy up at some point as well, but first I want to do some testing with him in next Polygon's meta. But yes, CGR is definitely somewhere up there. Man, there are so many champions I want to rank up still. Hulkling, CGR, I still don't even have Gallon or Quicksilver, both of whom I would love to rank up. But yes, Domino is up there as well, because I would sig her up. But anyways, also coincidentally, completely unplanned, Mr. Fantastic should be quite an effective champion for the current meta that is going to be live for another 26 or so hours before the season ends. So maybe we're going to put him to work before that. So let me know what you guys think about my latest rank 4 champion. And I will catch you guys later. See ya. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next